What is going on, guys? Back to the show. Welcome back to the channel. We got a Chimera video today. I done this kit yesterday just before the reset. It was an account takeover, so it's not my account. Someone asked me to do the key for him because he wanted to get as many mythical materials possible. I could get 25 with this team, but unfortunately I got so unlucky, and that's what I'm gonna show you today in this video, how the bad RNG of this game is out of control, and it can actually ruin your whole run. You can literally lose after 40 minutes of manualing because the game just decided to give you a 3% and you get screwed. So I'm just gonna talk about this and hopefully you guys can get some idea of how to recover from that. So the team is the Marius team, but instead of using Lydia, I'm using a reviver, which is Galatir. Now I let Helica die at the start. I'm not gonna protect him because we don't need to do the dual bar at the start, so it's fine that he dies. And which are the worst RNG? So this is the first one, the weak hits. Okay, we got 2 force champions, so if you weak hit, it's gonna be very ugly. And I have Yoshi here in Affinity Break set. And if you know how Affinity Break set is, that you have a high chance not to do wickets, guys. Okay, I don't know how high it is, but I got so many wickets here. It's insane. I thought that I wasn't running the Affinity set for a moment. But anyway, we do the first trial here. We do the fear, and I don't know why I only did 1.8 million, by the way, which is insane. Usually I can do 3, almost 4 million with the A2 of Mario, especially if there is a fear. If there is a fear, the damage mitigation is gone. You don't get reflect damage, but also the boss mitigate 50% of the damage without the fears. So we did 1.8, which is like maybe the lowest bad RNG that you can get on damage. But anyway, we've done that, and now we're gonna try and place the the HP burn. I think I will now. Let's see. Okay, yes, I did, right? Oh, wait. No, I didn't. Well, actually, we don't need to land the HP burn, by the way, because we can just nuke with Marius. But in case you need the HP burn to the trial, we failed. So we got, I think, 3% there on the HP burn. Whatever. Okay, let's move on. So we did the first 2 trial, that's what we want, but now we're gonna move on into the lion form. I'm gonna show you the shit show that happened there, and then the one that happened at the Viper. Here we're about to jump into the Viper, and by the way, I'm manually, okay? We can't use Rotobot on other account, you can only use it on your own. So I'm just doing manual, but I'm doing full auto at the first turns of the ultimate, and then around 2 turns before we swap, I start basically using A1. So now here we gotta land 6 debuff, and we gotta do increase defense and then attack the boss. So I need to land the debuff, right? Let's see if I land them. I think I'm gonna have a lot of better RNG. So we land the first 2 debuff with what's her name, Lamasu, but then we weak it again with Yoshi in Affinity Break. Okay, and Helicat is in Toxic set. I didn't even land 1 poison. I'm gonna try again. Okay, now I land 1 poison, the weaken as well. Now I need the decrease attack. Obviously, we don't land the decrease attack. So it was really like everything going wrong, like everything looks like was going my way. I was actually thinking I'm gonna restart this run, but I didn't have much time. I was started. That was probably my 5th run because I keep failing for better RNG. But anyway, we land the 6 debuff. We're going to increase defense. We nuke. We proc the first trial. And now we have to place the shield. We place the shield, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do it now because I think I got unlucky with the damage of the boss. Let's see what happened here. So we're getting attack, and I think I got maybe only 38,000. Okay, but they both have decreased attack, understandable, you know. We got also increased defense. We got a lot of fears everywhere. Let's see, I'm gonna try and land the decrease speed. We got resisted again by the block buff, but we don't need the block buff. So it would be very bad if he resisted the decrease speed. Okay, so I don't know what is going on because I got enough accuracy with my champion. I also got increased accuracy. I got the decreased resistance on the boss, so there is no way we get, you know, resistant or, you know, it's a 3% basically. Okay, now I need the shield, but now I don't have a shield. My skill didn't refresh in time. Also, this team here doesn't have increased speed. Okay, so we only rely on decreased speed. Okay, I'm trying to boost to try and get a turn with Elika, but we fail. So that's why I didn't do the second try. And I think I was like maybe 100,000. I think now I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna get attack, and I'm gonna be 100,000 damage. So halfway from the second trial, and that's good because it's gonna be easier to do the, you know, the at the RAM 2. But the thing is, you can do these trials like in one go. The 3 trials you can do it at the start, the damage with increased defense, the 200k shield, and the 500,000 block damage. You can do them in 5 turns. But I got super unlucky and I didn't. And then it's more pressure on you because then you gotta make sure you do it after. It's just more pressure. So 141,000. If I cleanse now, I can probably get attack a little bit more, but I don't have the cleanser with Galadriel by the looks of it. Let's see if I can cleanse with Lamasu. Okay, no, I think I decided just to go full auto and leave it like that. I'm gonna do it later. So I'm gonna skip ahead and I'm gonna show you the Viper because something crazy happened at the Viper. So here we go, Viper. And now you're gonna see one of the best RNG fiesta I ever witnessed. Honestly, I repeat, I got affinity break on Yoshi. Okay, so we got 65% chance to do normal hit and 35 to do weak hit. So the Chimera wins the 35, and then I got, I think, a 35% chance to transform the hit into, you know, a good hit, so to land the debuff. But we fail again. So the Chimera is winning the lower chances, and then he winning my second chance. So you will see now here I need the, obviously we're gonna nuke and we're gonna proc the first trial, which is damage with block after skill, right? Now I'm gonna do this, the degree speed, and now look at that, quick hit. And you might think, all right, Busco, you know, it's a weak hit, you know, you got lucky. So I'm gonna try again now. And I'm gonna show you what happened. Lucky that skill is on a 2-turn cooldown. But it's funny, guys, because I'm gonna spoil you. I'm never gonna place HP burn here. Never. Which is insane. I'm gonna basically weak hit all the time. Even though I got affinity break, even though weak hit is only a small chance, you know, you got higher chance to do a normal hit than small, but no, we're still getting the weak hit, and then affinity break doesn't work. It still let the Chimera win. So if something like that happened to you, and you're like, you know, at the end of a long run, you get screwed by this. I really hope that Plarium can remove the 3% and the weak hits from PvE, because this is not fun. Look at that, we just weak hit again on the HP burn, and I'm thinking, man, are you kidding me? Like, what is this? Like, how can I be so unlucky? But then if there is a shard in the game that give you, you know, 35% chance to pull something, I will never hit that 35%, I know. But when it comes to weak hits, I always hit weak hits. So we already failed twice, you just saw it, we failed twice, right? And now let's see, next turn of Yoshi, we're gonna have day 2 available again. We did another weak hit, by the way. So that's like 4 weak hits in a row with affinity break. I also do the one. And now, let's see. Yoshi's about to take a turn. And I mean, I need this HP burn, right? Look at that. Another weak hit. 5 weak hits in a row with Affinity Break. God, this is disgusting. I was like I don't know how I finished this run, to be honest. That was my 5th run, okay? I was exhausted. I was like stressed about it because I basically restarting for bad RNG. And most of the bad RNG I had was with the 8 million trial, not with this. But this run, he didn't want to land. He didn't want to land. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I think no, just gonna give up. And if you don't do this phase 2 trial at the start, it's gonna be very risky to do the 10 debuff at the end. Because if something was wrong, and it will go wrong for me, you fail. You fail to get the last mythical materials. And yeah, that's what happened to me. Because we have to rely on the poisons. I think we need 3 poisons and brimstone as well. So we need we got 7 debuff here, I think. So we need 2 or 3 poison and brimstone, something like that. And we're gonna fail, and I'm gonna show you why. There is a lot of bad RNG that happen at the end. So I'm gonna skip to the RAM and I'm gonna show you how I did the 8 million. That was, I think, easy. I can't remember. Actually, no, I think it was hard. I thought I was gonna fail, but then a miracle happened and I made it. So I got a bit lucky, I guess, but I shouldn't be unlucky in the first place. So I'll show you what happened. I think now I remember. So first of all, you need to have the block damage on Helicat. So it doesn't die, you get the dual bar. That's how you start this trial. And now we gotta do 8 million. So if you attack now, you're gonna do probably 1.5 million. Is half the damage if you don't have fear. But I think I'm gonna just do it because I'm scared. Something's gonna happen, 3% again. So I'm pretty sure. Okay, sorry, I didn't do it. I just did day 1 because I thought in one of the run I just attack and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and get 3 million here, So I need the Truffia. So I place the Truffia, I cleanse and put the block debuff, otherwise you get stunned. And now I'm gonna do this because we can skip a turn. We can lose the block damage. And look how much damage I did. I did pretty good. I did 3.5 million. And now you will see that I'm gonna, I think, so I basically need the Truffia again. And I need the skill of Marius. But Helicat cannot place block damage anymore. So we cannot rely on Helicat to basically help us protect Marius. So Marius can only nuke if we have the Truffia. So I'm checking my cooldowns. We have 2 turns. And here I'm checking also the cooldowns of Yoshi for day 3 for the Truffia. So keep in mind your cooldown. And if your cooldowns are far away, you can use Lamasu to reset one of them. But you gotta make sure there is not just Marius. It also has to be Yoshi. So the one that has the cooldown back first, you reset the other champion. So looks like both champions, they're gonna have the skill ready next turn. So now the boss used the 1 trying to stun me. Now the boss is gonna do basically an attack and he's gonna try and kill Helicat. If Helicat dies now, it's game over because you cannot do the dual bar anymore. So there is a few options here. You place fear and you hope that the Chimera skip the turn, or you put decrease attack, you put increased defense on Helicat. You need to have Helicat with high resistance as well. Decrease accuracy needs to be on the boss. So here we nuke again and we did 7.2 million. So we need 800k to do the trial. Okay. And we gotta hope the Helicat survive. So if Helicat get strip, he gets the decreased defense, he's gonna die because he's gonna get attacked with decreased defense, he's dead. But the boss keep a turn. So I was like, okay, fine, perfect. And now I die because I did day 1. So I got still 2 turns to attack. And I'm gonna basically keep in mind that the Yoshi skill is about to come up. So the trophy is about to come up here. Okay, we resist because we got decreased accuracy. Okay, and now I'm gonna basically boost Yoshi just in case. And I'm gonna do this. Look, the Truffia fail. Can you believe that? The Truffia, after 22 minutes, turn 40, my last chance to nuke with Mario fail. Now, if I have to do 2 million, I wouldn't be able to. Lucky it was only 200,000. So I literally just did that. I did 245, by the way, and I died. And lucky I got a reviver. If that happened with my team, it would have been game over because my team doesn't have a reviver. I literally got a 3%. I literally got a 3%. Like at the end, on a Truffia, there was a mass skill to land. And I also had increased accuracy. So there is no, you got low accuracy. Okay, I got probably 700 accuracy right now. So this like this 3% here, guys, tilted me so much. I was like going nuts at this moment. I was like, you actually like kidding me? You want me to lose, by the way, okay? So lucky I only needed 200,000, and lucky Marius did 245 because you know you do 50% of the damage, and 50% should have been like 500k, by the way. I don't know why I did 245. And like I said, like I got a reviver, like Galatir. They can, you know, speed boost with their one, I mean, turn meter boost with their one and stuff like that. Like I was tilted at this point, guys, and I started doing mistake because I was tilted. So I'm gonna go into the lion. And because I knew that I have to do the shield, you know, trial, I placed the shield on my champion. Look what happened here, actually. Let's go back. So basically, I need the shield. Okay, so I placed the shield already. I just done the skill. I got the shield for 2 turns. And now I'm taking turns here. I'm like, guys, slow down. You know, like, I need to go into the other thing. And look at that. Extra turn, proc. So now I'm going to lose the shield. And now look, she's going to take a turn. She loses the shield as well. And now here's guy 2. Take a turn, lose the shield as well. I'm like, are you kidding me, game? So basically, I was supposed to have shield everywhere. I got 2 champions with the shield. I think I only needed like 60,000. I was 141. This attack from the boss did 5,000 damage to the shield because he attacked Galati. There has a lot of, you know, damage mitigation. That's why only 5,000. So I was like, okay, fair enough. Whatever. Let's get another shield. I don't have increased defense, so the shield is not this big. I need to heal up also. Mario, so I heal up, I get attack, and I think I proc the try. Okay, almost. I need 12,000. Okay, you know, I say fine. You know, it is what it is. It's almost done anyway, so all I gotta do after this is get the block damage 500k. And lucky we have champion that can cleanse, because if we cleanse the hunt gaze, the hunter gaze, the boss is gonna basically attack us, and you get damage on the actually block damage because the hunter gaze is gone, so the boss is not gonna ignore the block damage. So I'm gonna revive, and now I'm gonna place the block damage. I think I'm gonna reset. I don't know. Let's see. No, because Helicat has an after meter to get a turn, and we're gonna place the block damage. Otherwise, I was supposed to reset him. So I place the block damage, and that's it. I think I'm just gonna cleanse and draw the damage of the Chimera. So do not cleanse if you don't have the hunter gaze. Okay, I'm gonna reapply decrease speed. So here we got the first damage. And now if you cleanse, guys, the damage is a lot. I don't know why, but you get heaps. Maybe because the boss doesn't ignore your block damage, that's why. Because you will see now, I'm gonna cleanse, right? The damage is a lot. It's literally like it's 300,000, even more. So it's very easy to do that if you have a cleanser. You just, every turn, you get the hunter gaze. You have 2 champions that cleanse. You cleanse with both of them in different turn with the block damage on you, and you're good. So lucky this try is not hard, but the fact that I got the better RNG with the turn and stuff, another layer of stress, another layer of me being tilted and draw my, I'm gonna do mistakes. I'm gonna do mistakes at the end because of all this madness that happen, and it's gonna cost me the 6 materials. Now we're gonna basically do this one, so we just need to do the HP burn now that should have done at the start, and the 10 debuff, and then attack the Chimera with 2 million damage you gotta do. So I'm gonna skip ahead and I'm gonna show you the last bit. Be ready because I'm gonna probably lose my stuff when I'm gonna see what happened. Alright, so here we go. I'm a bit low of HP, so I'm probably thinking, should I go the shield? And then I decided to do the shield. And yeah, it's pretty good. At one of the previous run, at this stage, after 30 minutes, Lamasu got killed here at this spot. I don't know why. Anyway, so I have to restart the run, and now here I am. So we're gonna place the block damage. We're gonna do now. This is super important, guys. Decrease speed. You need to slow down the camera in order to do your stuff. But for some reason, I decided not to do it straight away because I didn't want the camera to clean. It's gonna cleanse the debuff if it attacks you, especially if you don't have the block after skill, and we don't have it unless you switch Galati. I didn't want to switch him because you cannot do the trial with the block after skill. Plus, Galati can weak it anyway, so and it happen a lot. So now we trying to place the most important debuff. Okay, we landed the decrease speed. For now, I'm pretty sure it's gonna something really bad is gonna happen very soon. And here, basically, I don't have the what happened here. So I was supposed to, okay, I don't have the skill available. So I used the tool by Marius at the start and it was wrong. I thought I had the block buff, but I didn't have the block buff. That was my mistake. But I was so tilted. And because of that, now I need to basically attack the camera with HP burn and block buff. So I'm gonna hope not to do a wicked here. And I did wicked. See? So I lost the window because I did a mistake. And now I lost the HP burn. I still gotta wait another turn now. And that, screw me over basically. So another wicked from Yoshi. Insane, guys. With affinity break, insane. Now we got it, and now I can nuke. But now look, it's 50. It's gonna be 59 turns soon. So I got literally 2 turns to do the 10 debuff, and I need to hope to get the poison basically. So I start landing my debuff. Okay, I need to counter now, trying to land poisons. I did not land any poison with the counter. So I got 6 debuff. I'm gonna do a 1, try to land poison, we land 1. We need the decrease attack as well. Resisted again. And then I need I'm gonna speed boost basically, trying to speed boost with the 1 of Gala. Yeah, probably I'm gonna attack because I can attack just with the 1. You need to keep the 2. More a 1, trying to land some poison. No poison. Usually you have the bar full of poisons, but this time around no poisons. And then a 1, trying to land the extended decrease resistance. I got an extra turn, luckily. I'm gonna try and land the brimstone, no brimstone. Now get attack from the boss takes turns, you lose more debuff. So basically I lost my windows because I did another weak hit and I didn't extend the HP burn, and then I have to wait for the HP burn to come again to nuke the boss. That's why I fail. Someone might say, okay, you did a mistake to use the 2 of Marius, but I completely forgot that I also needed the block buff. But still, I could have come back, but the RNG was hating me on this run. But I still managed to get the 19. And when I do an account takeover, guys, I'm gonna try my best to get 25. But if I keep trying, and bad RNG is on me, I'm just gonna get 19, or 18 if it's if the trial gives 7, you know. But my goal is to get 25. I'm gonna try, you know, I'm gonna restart the run, but I can probably restart 5 times. I cannot spend 2 hours or more on an account takeover. It's not worth it for me, you know. I need to do content, I need to make videos and stuff like that. So basically done. I'm gonna get out 101 million. At this point I think I'm like I don't know, probably I'm cursing, I'm like hitting something, I'm like what the hell just happened. But yeah, I'm gonna keep resolve because I'm not gonna go again for another 35 minutes. That was my 5th round, I repeat. But yeah, 19 mats, very unlucky. If we get good RNG, there is no way you cannot fail the trials. But anyway guys, if you're curious, that was the build on Gala. Unfortunately, I didn't showcase the other stats, but Relentless and 4-piece Mercenary is the way to go for him in Chimera, and as fast as possible. Also resistant to mitigate the damage, and he's gonna be unkillable. Yoshi was in the Affinity break set. You can see the 4 pieces, so I wasn't dreaming. The gauntlet is missing because I just gave back the gauntlet to Galati that was on his main build. I already changed the gear, that's why I got it missing. But yeah, 3 pieces at the top and the boots, but it wasn't proccing, guys. Okay, so I don't know what is going on with that. I had almost 300 speed. I was a bit shy on the 300 speed. You want to have him very fast, but obviously you try your best with the gear you got. I was missing the glyph, but I didn't want to waste glyph before consulting the owner of the account. But next time I'm gonna put them on so I can be, ideally you want to be around 320 330 speed. This one was the build on Marius, Merciless with Zeal, and we had 275 speed, which is obviously very good, but again, the faster the better. This one was the build on Lamasu, 9-piece Feral, 333 speed I believe, so she was okay and enough accuracy. Also a passive decrease resistance accuracy up to 100, and on a long run you should place debuff without worrying, you know, but you still got the 3% chance obviously. And this one was the build on Elica, 4-piece toxic, 5-piece protection. He also was at less than 300 speed, so I had 3 champion with less than 300 speed, which is not ideal. The faster, the higher chance you go to get extra turn. I'm used to not having 300 speed on most of my champions, and I can sort of control the turn meter. I know when my champion they're gonna get a turn. But here I got caught guard a few times where I thought, okay, this champion is gonna go and place, you know, block damage. No, it didn't took a turn. The boss went first because you have less than 300 speed. So eventually we gotta work on getting all these champions over 300 so it can be easier to do this type of keys and get, you know, the 25 mythical materials. So guys, that's it for this video. I just wanna, you know, vent a bit. Such a ugly run. Every time I do an account takeover or something important, I get so much bad RNG and it's not funny at all. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think of my idea of Plarium? Remove the 3% and the wikis from PvE, because we cannot lose runs after, like, you know, 40, 50 minutes, even 20 minutes, you know, because of bad RNG. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and catch you in another video. See ya.